Welcome to Manohar Chemistry YouTube channel. So today I am going to explain one small concept in Bohr atomic model, that is radius equation, derivation of radius equation for hydrogen atom or hydrogen like atom. This concept is not important for board for the competitive exams like NEET and JEE mains and advanced too. So that's why for those students, those who are preparing for board exams, this derivation no need to practice and no need to by heart. Just remember the formula. Final one formula will come that I will let you know. Only you memorize that formula, it will be helpful to you. So according to Bohr postulates, electron is revolving around the nucleus in a circular path. We know that according to Bohr first postulate, electron will be revolving around the nucleus in a circular path. So when electron is revolving in a circular path, on that electron two forces are working. Two forces will work. So one is the attraction force between nucleus and electron. Attraction force will work from the nucleus direction. After that, one force will be work outside of the circular path force. Centrifugal force will motivate electron come out from the circular path. Nucleus will influence electron to reach nucleus, and centrifugal force will influence electron to come out from the circular path. So there are how many forces are working on the electron? There are two forces are working. So this is the nucleus, this is the orbit, right? In this orbit, electron is revolving here in a circular path like this. So here nucleus is having positive charge and electron is having negative charge. In between electron and nucleus, attraction force will work. So according to law of Coulomb's law of attraction, based on that we can derive equation like this. Ze is a nucleus and electron is a E. Right, according to law of Coulomb's law of attraction, according to Coulomb's law of attraction, so force of attraction is directly proportional to charges. Force of attraction is directly proportional to the product of charges. So Ze and minus E here, and it is inversely proportional to the distance between two charges. Means here two charges is nothing but nucleus and electron, right? The distance is called what? R. So that's why we are taking like this. So to remove this direct proportionality, force of attraction is equal to K minus K into Ze square by R square will come. So let it be equation number 1. Right? Here the force which is working on electron, which centrifugal force is equal to centrifugal force is equal to minus mv square by R. Centrifugal force minus mv square by R. So and when in which case electron will revolving in a circular path if these two forces are working in equal and opposite direction, then only electron will continue in circular path. Why? Because if force of attraction is dominating comparing with centrifugal force, in such case electron will reach towards what? Nucleus. In such case also electron will not revolve. If centrifugal force dominating or an electron, then electron will come out from the circular path. So in which case electron will continue its circular path, means these two forces should be working equal and opposite direction, then only electron will revolve in a circular path. So that's why here I am taking both forces will be equal and opposite direction. Fa stands for force of attraction. Force of attraction will be equal to what? Centrifugal force, which is working outside of the circular path. So force of attraction formula is K minus K into Ze square by R square will come is equal to minus mv square by R will come, right? So here negative get cancelled, R also get cancelled, right? So according to, so from this equation V square is equal to K Ze square by K Ze square by Mr will come. V square is equal to K Ze square by Mr. So according to Bohr postulates, according to Bohr principles, we know that angular momentum mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. Then V is equal to here, V is equal to nh by 2 pi mr will come, nh by 2 pi mr. So V square is equal to, here V square is equal to square on both sides, then n square h square by 4 pi square and m square and r square will come. But V square is equal to what? K Ze square by mr is there. So instead of V square I am taking K Ze square by mr is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m square and r square will come. So mr get cancelled, but we want to 4 pi square m r is equal to n square and h square. We want only r, so r is equal to n square h square by, so n square h square by k z e square into 4 pi square m will come, 4 pi square m. So here n stands for principal quantum number, shell number. N stands for shell number, n stands for shell number, and h stands for Planck's constant. Planck's constant. H stands for Planck's constant. H is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg second, and H is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Then after k value is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into 10 to the 10 meter square and coulomb to the power of minus 2. Z is atomic number, hydrogen atomic number is 1, so that for hydrogen this value is 1. So 4 means constant, pi is equal to how much? 3.14, and E is equal to what? Charge of the electron, minus 1.609 into 10 to the power 1 minus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs it will come. M means mass of the electron. Mass of the electron is 9.11 into mass of the electron 9.11 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg will come, minus 31 kg. Okay, so by substituting these all values in this equation, then you will get final equation r is equal to Rn. Here nth orbit Rn is equal to 0.529 into n square by z into angstroms you will get. Then after Rn is equal to 0.0529 into n square by z in nanometer. If you convert into nanometer, here 10 will come. So thereafter Rn is equal to 0.529 into n square by z into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters will come. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. Rn is equal to 0.529 into n square by z into 10 to the power of minus 10 meters will come. No need to memorize, only these formulas you remember. In picometers, then Rn is equal to 52.9 picometer you will get. PM stands for picometer. So this is information regarding derivation for energy equation. So here total energy is equal to what? Kinetic energy and potential energy. So but we know that kinetic energy, total energy I am taking here En is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. We know that kinetic energy equation Ke is equal to half mv square. We know very well. Here m stands for mass, v stands for velocity of electron. Half mv square I am taking here. So then according to we know that v square is equal to kZe square by mRn will come. kZe square by mRn. So instead of v square I am taking this one. Ke, kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 into m into, so here kZe square by mRn will come. So m get cancelled. So that kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 into, if not, kZe square by 2Rn will come, 2Rn. So this is kinetic energy. Then potential energy is equal to potential energy equation for this electron. So how applied on electron to maintain r distance with nucleus in an orbit is called what? Potential energy. E square by minus kZe square by Rn will come. Substitute these two equations, these two values in equation 1. So then total energy is equal to En is equal to kZe square by 2Rn minus kZe square by Rn will come, right? So then half minus 1, which is equal to what? Minus kZe half minus 1 means minus half will come, minus kZe square by 2Rn will come, minus kZe square by 2Rn. But we know that Rn is equal to Rn is equal to, we have a equation for Rn, radius of a orbit. Rn is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m k ze square will come. K ze square, this is Rn. Just to substitute that Rn value in this equation, that is equal to Rn is equal to, Rn value, substitute this Rn value in this equation 2. Substitute Rn value in equation 1. Substitute Rn value in equation 1. Substitute Rn value in equation 2. Substitute Rn value in equation 2. Then minus k ze, En is equal to minus k ze square by 2. R means what? N square h square by 4 pi square m k ze square will come, right? So then here minus k ze square upon 2 n square h square into 4 pi square m k ze square will come, right? So then finally minus k z into z means z square will come, e square into e square, e to the power of 4. So into k means k square, k into k square, z into z square, e square into e square, e to the power of 4. Then after m into 4 pi, m into 4 pi by 2 into n square by h square will come. So by substituting here, n value will varies as well as n square value will varies, remaining thing will not varies. So that z square by n square minus z square by n square minus z square by n square into, so remaining thing you take like this, k e to the power of 4 m 4 pi, then after what, h square, 2 h square you take. So by substituting all values, yes, 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs, and mass is equal to 9.106 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kgs, and 4 means constant and pi means 3.14. Pi is equal to 3.14 and h is equal to what, 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. By substituting En is equal to minus 2.1 into 10 to the power of minus 18 joule, minus 2.17 into z square by n square joule for atom will come, joule for atom. For 1 mole we need to multiply with Avogadro number, minus 2.17 into 10 to the power of minus 18 into 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 into z square by n square will come. Z square by n square joule for mole will come, joule for mole. So then En is equal to minus 1 10 to the power of 6 joule mole to the power of minus 1 will come. Volts in electron volts, minus 13.6 into z square by n square electron volts. This is energy equation. So here for hydrogen atom z value is equal to 1. So n stands for what? Orbit number, shell number. Z stands for atomic number. Here I am writing Z stands for atomic number. Z stands for atomic number, and n stands for shell number. N stands for shell number. So this is information regarding energy of an orbit.